Winning indebe into enzima kakhulu. There are trophies that are just almost impossible to win. The Champions League happens to be one of those. The World Cup, of course, that is the epitome of all things, so much so that the entire African continent is yet to win it. Winning the Champions League is secondary to that. I mean, they're very difficult trophies to win. Some of them are live trophies, like and I can tell you now that to win that was difficult. No, it's not Hlompo. Hlompo ke insizwa yakasikhosana ebehlala lapha eGugwini nayo goalkeeper futhi iphinde idlale ngaphakathi idefender enzima. Even he couldn't win it with us. Shawa isiphahleni. Oh, but this year, the Champions League, Man City, they were formed in 1880. They only just won it recently. PSG, they went for years and years without winning it. They just recently won it. They were founded in 1970. At the same time, in fact, as Mamelodi Sundowns were founded in 1970, only won it in 2016. Orlando Pirates. I could go on and on and on. Mind you, you take the South African teams and you say they were only let into this competition later on in life. But I can give you teams like Al Hilal, who've been in this thing for 38 years. 38 times they've been in it. Never won it once. This is one of the most difficult things to win, which is what makes this pyramid story such a brilliant story, because the pyramids in 2008 is when they were founded. 15 years later, they sit at the apex of football in Africa as the champions. So this is a young team. All the teams that we've just spoken about, the youth, and they've gone and won it on Youth Month in South Africa. And today, we say to them, well, congratulations, you've done it. Pyramids of Egypt, you've done only what Al Ahly and Zamalek in Egypt have ever done. You have reached the mountain of all of football in Africa, the Champions League. Hlompo, I know it hurts you to see that, but it's a phenomenal story.
Yeah, you know, every player would want to play those for that trophy. Very rare moment, I always say, that you'll see players going to the Champions League final. When I see these pictures, I love them, I hate them, for one reason. My team didn't win the Champions League simply because I thought they deserved to lift the trophy. But you don't deserve if you don't score goals. You know, it's a competition of goals, and those who score more, they win the tournament.
It's a difficult tournament to win, Coach. And it tells you, Peter Musimana won it, but look at how many times he tried. Coach Rolando, who's one of the most outstanding coaches on the continent as far as young coaches are concerned, he went in there. Cardoso, 2 finals in a row. It's not easy.
It's not easy to win because sometimes they tell you, Guti, you have to find different ways and styles of playing such a tournament. But I always say, Guti, you create your luck, and if you take the opportunity and take the moment, you end up lifting in the CAF Champions League.
I still smell like Cairo, and with that, let's go back to Egypt. I spoke to Coach Krunoslav Jukic just after the match. Surprisingly, he says that he can't guarantee that he's going to stay as Pyramids coach. This is why.
That's what I said before. I have to sit with people from the club. First, personally, I have big ambition. I have to speak with people from the club. If they have big ambition, we can find one normal connection that we can continue in the future, that we can make big things. But I need one very ambitious club who want to win, who want to make something big. If we coming in every zone, I don't want to be part of this project.
And that's what happens when you become an African champion. He's making up his mind there regarding his movements after winning the Total Energies CAF Champions League. Now we come back to South Africa, the Betway Premiership. Another North African coach who's just come, who's got French descent as well. He's just come recently to Marumo Gallants. Over the weekend, Coach Absalam Wadu announcing via a statement to the media that he's leaving the club. Just a couple of hours ago, fresh from the press, the club saying, no way, Jose, I say we're still going to hold on to you, potentially even a settlement at FIFA. Coach Kludu, a good decision from Marumo Gallants to try hold on to him. I'm also hearing that he is linked to Chippa United, who are searching for a coach after Thabo September left the club.
Mina ngishayela Marumo Gallants izandla. Normally wabaqosha abo coach bathi ucoach angakasayini nokusayini ngakakuwo mipende sebathi hamba coach lo bayambambelela kuye. No, it means he's done something well because he almost got them into the top 8 with getting 32 points, 10th position. So it means that he was doing incredible things. He's the coach that beat Pirates as well, So I think that's what they're looking at, to say they don't want to be changing too many things. They want consistency.
Consistency. And speaking of consistency, what Cape Town Spurs are not getting is consistency in terms of the rules around the ineligibility of a player who issues the clearance or not. But Durban City now given permission by the arbitrator to go ahead and plan for the Betway Premiership as well, because they've won this case at the moment as it stands. But the league has not yet issued an official statement to crown them as the legitimate champions of the Motsepe Foundation. But we even spoke to Farouk Kadodia on Andile show earlier on Metro FM. He says he's planning ahead, but he will start talking extensively about what those plans look like after this next couple of days. Now we stay in the lower division. We talk about a partnership that is carrying on as well between Mamelodi Sundowns and Amatax, the sports side of it. And I even confirmed with the CEO that this partnership, let me just give you a breakdown of what it entails. Still 100% owned by the University of Pretoria, but offering bursaries for students, coaching courses, facilities for the Gauteng League team, as well as the DDC and the Hollywood Bets Super League women's team as well. This is a synergy of some sort between Mamelodi Sundowns and Amatax to develop football further. Good partnership that. And finally, in terms of transfer movements, and there will be a lot of these in the next coming weeks as well. Pirates, I have it on good authority that they are holding on to Thapelo Koki for one more year, Skipper. A good decision?
Very good decision, Mazola. This is a player that you can rely on in terms of defending. Before injuries, last season he was a stable defender, him and CBC. I admire their partnership, and I think it's a good extension for them to stay.
And before I leave, Andile, breaking news, Sipho Mbule officially a free agent. Mamelodi Sundowns did not trigger that option to keep on one more year. I spoke to his agent just before we went on air, Mike Makab. He says Sipho Mbule is a free agent, can join a club of his choice. That's if he's got offers, by the way. And we'll have all that and more on sabcsport.com, and you can follow all the news and the matches on SABC Plus as well.
It's breaking news. We can't leave it alone. Coach, very quickly, we didn't plan for this, don't have the time for it, but it just came out. Sipho Mbule, now a free agent. Sundowns saying we're okay with the troubles that you bring. Kekana United sending him back to Sundowns earlier to say you're a talented player, but everything else we can't deal with.
They must sign him with a psychologist because Melabe like Duze and help him, career guidance and all of that. Whichever team sign now, because he doesn't care which team he plays for. True to what Hlompo always says, if he could just give us 45% of his performance, we'll see the best football of him. Kabang, 45%.
Hlompo, team brave enough to sign him?
You've got to be very, very brave to sign Sipho now. But with the talent alone, you guaranteed that you're going to enjoy, you're going to win football matches because he's talented like that. Outside football, as the coach says, he needs Utataiswa.